Hey, welcome back to the channel. As a continuation of some of the vision training that I've been introducing you to lately, today I'm going to teach you a really simple assessment that we can turn into a drill. Now, the assessment is for kind of identifying some of the eye muscle weaknesses or imbalances that you might have. We're going to take that assessment, turn it into a training drill so that you can begin strengthening those deficits and improving the skill of your visual system. Are you ready? Here we go. All right, this assessment slash drill is really simple. You need a visual target, and you can use your finger if you don't have like a pen or a pencil, but if you have a pen or a pencil, you can just stare at a letter or the tip of the pen or the pencil, and that'll be a good visual target for you. Now, what you're going to be doing is what we call an eye circle. It looks like this. If I move my visual target in a big circle and I follow it with my eyes, that's what you're going to be doing. Now, notice how when I did that, I was not moving my head. This is purely eye motion. And one of the mistakes that people make is they actually don't realize it, but they're moving their head and their eyes. We don't want that. So to remind yourself that we don't want the head motion, you can take your index finger on your other hand and you can put it right on your chin. That'll give you a little bit of feedback so that if you start moving your head and neck, you'll be able to feel that and correct it. So here's how this works. What you're going to do is look at your visual target and you're going to draw a big circle. And you're doing this fairly slowly. And as you follow your target within that big circle, what you're trying to do is identify if any part of that circle is a little bit challenging. Now, what will it feel like if it's challenging? Sometimes people's vision will double a little bit, or they'll lose the quality or the visual acuity in that particular part of the circle. Other times people will notice they have maybe eye tension, or their eyes just feel like they don't want to go to that particular area of the circle. It should feel smooth. It should be clear, and there shouldn't be any regression of that as you move through any part of the circle. But oftentimes we have eye positions where maybe our eyes just aren't used to going there anymore, and so it's harder for them. Or maybe we've even had deficits kind of build up over time from past injuries, disuse, compensation, whatever the case might be. So your job is to identify what part of the circle is the weakest. Now, for me, I could tell that when I was in this upper left part of the circle, things were a little harder for me. My visual acuity wasn't quite as good. I felt like I had a harder time keeping my eyes stable on the target. So a few circles in each direction is enough to kind of experience and feel what I'm asking you to find as far as possible deficit areas. Once you've identified your deficit area, and again for me, I'm calling my upper left kind of quadrant here my deficit area. Now you're going to do one of two things. You can just focus on gaze stabilization there, meaning I would put my visual target in that area, and then I would jump my eyes to it and I would hold for, let's say, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now what I'm essentially doing is an eye muscle isometric, where I'm now training the muscles that take my eyes to that area how to do their job better. And I might start with 5 seconds, maybe build up to 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and that would be a good thing to do to start to train that position. The other thing you can do, and I actually generally choose this option the most, is we would do what's called a smooth pursuit to that area. So I would start my visual target in the center position, which is essentially lined up with the bridge of my nose. I would track it all the way up to that upper left for me, and then I would hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close my eyes, kind of rest them for a second, open them up, reset my target, reacquire it, follow it up, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And I might do that 3 times, maybe 5 times at the most. And then you're going to go back to the original assessment, which was the eye circles, and you're going to try to notice if it's at all easier to go up to that area. And actually for me, I do feel like it's easier to track it. Things felt a little bit smoother and my gaze stabilization felt a little bit better in that upper left. So for me, my brain, my nervous system, my eye muscles really liked being put in that deficit area and getting some training. So this is what I want you to do. It's really that simple. Try the circles, few directions, or a few circles in each direction. Find your possible deficit areas. You might have more than one, that's perfectly okay. And then you would start to do, for example, the smooth pursuits to that deficit area, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, perform a few repetitions, and then retest. Now, the functional reassessment is really, really important because we want to know that the skill we are practicing is actually helping us with that function. But there's another form of reassessment that you could do as well. It would be more of kind of a global nervous system reassessment where I would want you to check some ranges of motion. So if you have any tension in your body, like let's say you have neck tension, okay, or maybe you have some shoulder mobility issues or some kind of discomfort, okay, you can really use any movement that you want. Use that as your before and after assessment, because you might be absolutely mind blown at how training your visual system can help you with those other mobility limitations and even pain that you're feeling. So in addition to rechecking the circle to see if the quality of it has improved, recheck, right, some ranges of motion and see, because it's really fun to kind of discover that training your visual system can have such high payoff results for other things that you at this point probably don't realize are related. But for me, as a coach who's teaching neuro all over the place, the visual system, your eye muscles and the skill of moving them is huge in helping people to reduce pain and improve their mobility restrictions. So give that a try. All right, so that's what I had planned for you today. I hope you try it out and definitely let me know what happens. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up because that really helps us. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you have any questions on what I just showed you, certainly ask me in the comments because I'd love to help you out. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next video.